Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Current River Broadcasting for our final regular season game of the season for the Doniphan Dons football team. I'm Keith Bowman, and tonight the Dons are taking on Gateway with Soldan International Studies from St. Louis, Missouri. They come in with a record of 8-0 on the season. Dons got their fourth win of the year last year and come in at 4-4. The last game of the season before the district's tournament starts next week. And the captains are meeting at midfield. Number 4, Jacob Putman. Number 12, Alex Jones. Number 72, Cruz Navarro. And number 15, Madden Wooldridge are the captains for the Dons. And I did not see who's going to receive the kick, so we'll see here in just a second. It looked like that Gateway's going to take the ball here on the Thank everybody for joining us tonight. And we got a decent crowd out tonight on this cool October evening with a little bit of a chance of rain coming through from time to time during the game tonight. But hopefully we'll be able to get it in without too much bad weather. And the Dons are going to receive the kickoff, and Jacob Putman goes back. He's number 4, and Jack Wellington number 8, back deep for the Dons. And the kickoff man for Gateway Jaguars is going to be number 11, and that is Angelo Nunez. Gateway with white jerseys, black pants, black helmets. The Dons with black and gold pants, black jerseys with gold numbers, and black helmets with the big D on the side of them. Actually, they've been quite a few people just come in the last few minutes here for the game. They probably wait until right at game time to come in, with it being a little bit cooler tonight than what we've had. I think fall is definitely here for sure, even though we're already a month calendar-wise. But we've really had some really warm temperatures. But it looks like now we're going to be in the 60s, maybe low 70s, some for the highs. And a kick is in the air. And it's going to be fielded by Jack Wellington just inside the 5. He gets out to the 15 and out close to the 20. And we'll see where they spot it, and that's where the Dons will start. Looks like just inside the 20-yard line at about the 19. And the Dons will have it 1st and 10. Madden Wooldridge. They announced him as a starting quarterback, and sometimes it's him and sometimes it's Alex Jones. And it looks like going to be Madden starting out. Jones is probably out there in the backfield. Dons line it up at the 19, and we are ready to go here with our first offensive play. And Wooldridge handed it off up the middle, and getting out over the 20-yard line is going to be Tyler Thomas, and they're going to mark him at the 22, so a pickup of 3 yards on 1st down. Just underway. As I said, last game of the season, we're glad for you who didn't come out that are watching tonight. Wooldridge under center, and I believe we've got an offside penalty as big number 51, Stephen Moore, jumped off sides, and that'll give the Dons 5 free yards. And that'll make it a 2nd down and about down. Dons rush up to the line, coming out of the huddle. Wooldridge takes the ball. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to get a 1st down. He's still on his feet. Nice run out over the 40-yard line by the quarterback, Madden Wooldridge. And he's going to be spotted at the 42. And that will be a pickup of 16 yards. And give the Dons their first down of the game. Looking out there, if you'll remember, you watched last week, the Dons dominated the line of scrimmage against Granite City. And Gateway doesn't have but one really big guy on the line. And the Dons have been able to ball against teams that didn't have a big defensive line. And they're blitzing, pass out to Putman. And he goes high and makes the catch, but him having to jump there cost him a few yards, but he did pick up about 4 on the play out to the 46. I was actually talking with one of Gateway's assistant coaches, and he was talking to me about Jacob Putman, about basically he's the guy that they're going to have to watch, and was talking about how fast Putman is. 2nd down and 6 for the Dons, and Gateway showing a blitz, number 7, running up to the line of scrimmage, and he caused a little bit of havoc on that last play, but he didn't get to the quarterback. And a handoff up the middle, and nothing there this time. And still going, though, and they have not blowed the play dead. And I think he actually picked up a yard on that. He got hit back about the 44-yard line, and he got it out to the 47. I think that was Tyler Thomas again. No, it was John Joyner, number 7 for the Dons. So that'll bring up a 3rd and about 5 yards for a first down. Dons got their first down on a 16-yard run by Madden Wooldridge a couple of plays ago. Now they're looking at another 3rd down. Wooldridge hands it off. He's going to keep it himself, and he's got another one at the 45. No, I take that. He's even faked me out. That was Tyler Thomas right up the gut, and he got it all the way down to the 38-yard line. So another first down, and I think a couple of the defenders went with Wooldridge, thought he had the ball, and Thomas is a bull running the ball, and they had a hard time getting him down, so that will be the 2nd first down of this drive, and the Dons down to the 38-yard line of Gateway. Handoff up the middle again, still on his feet, down around the 30-yard line, and that's going to be a pickup of 7 as they're going to spot it at the 31. And that was Tyler Thomas that time that carried the basketball, baseball, football. I'll get it right here in a minute. I believe they said that was John Joyner that carried it again. 2nd down and 3 from the 31-yard line of Gateway for the Dons. Dons moving the ball here. And a handoff up the middle. This time going to be maybe a yard for the Dons. Joyner's carried it 3 times in a row now. And it's going to be 3rd down and 2. The Dons are in 4-down territory for sure. They usually go for it on 4th down anyway, but they only got a couple of yards to go here. And it's 3rd down. Dons have had the ball for 4.5 minutes, and another offside penalty. And it's on number 51 again. No, 54 this time. That is Khalil Malone, and that's going to give the Dons an automatic first down on the penalty. Well, that's 2 offside penalties that Gateway's committed here in the first quarter. As I said, the Dons have had the ball for 4.5 minutes, going on 5 minutes here in the first quarter. And Wooldridge is going to keep it this time. He's going to get down close to the 20. The Dons still pushing him. And they're going to mark it at the 21. And I believe it will be 2nd down and 6. I think he got 4 on that play. The Dons moving the ball here on the ground. They had 1 pass play for about 4 yards. Everything else has been on the ground. And they started at their 19-yard line. So they've got a long drive going here in the first quarter. Wooldridge hands it off up the middle again. And diving forward for about 3 yards. Here's going to be Joyner again. Number 7, John Joyner. They're going to mark it at the 18. It looks like they got to get to the 15-yard line for a first down, so it'll be 3rd down and 3. Wooldridge dropped the ball and had to jump on it. I think he got it Well, Gateway saying they got it, but it looked like Woolridge jumped on top of it. Turnovers and penalties have been the downfall of the Dons in the games that they've lost this year. And the guy's standing out about 5 yards, and they're going to say the Gateway did get it, so a long drive for naught here, and that was just a fumble snap by Woolridge from the center. And after going, let's see, 30, about 60, a little over 60 yards in the drive, they fumble it away. And Gateway will get the ball at the 18-yard line on their own end. Their quarterback is Tylen Moore, number 1. And we were watching him in warm-ups. He's a lefty. He hands it off, and the run up the middle, and the man gets to the outside. The Dons are going to have to hurry to get him, and he is all the way down to the 40, and he is going to take it all the way, it looks like. And again there, great hustle by Jacob Putman. He catches him from behind, but he's going to make it looks like to the 1-yard line.
And a big run by number 8, Reshawn White.
Reshawn White and Putman, they showed off his speed there, but they get $81 yards on that run down to the 1-yard line. So they are set up here to score with about 5:20 to go in the first quarter. And a handoff again, and a tackle behind the line of scrimmage there. And that was, I believe Alex Jones made that tackle, I believe.
Carrying the ball for the Jaguars, number 7, Sean Wooten, tackled by number 15, Madden.
That's a loss back to about the 5-yard line. Great play there on defense by the Dons. Great individual effort there by Alex Jones. Two running backs in the backfield. A couple wide receivers out, one to each side. Moore takes the snap. He's going to run it himself, and he is tackled for another loss. Way back at about the 11 or 12-yard lines. And that was Madden Wooldridge who got the tackle there. They were at the 1 or 2 yard line starting out, 1st and goal. And now they are 3rd and goal at the 11. They've run it every time so far, but when they were warming up, their quarterback had a really nice arm and he was very accurate. So they're probably going to be throwing it here. They're going to send 2 wide receivers out to the right, 2 to the left. Moore takes the snap, backs up, throws out in the flat. Man catches it, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds before he gets to the end zone. And it looks like around the about the 7-yard line. So it'll be 4th down and goal at the 7. And it looks like their offense is staying on the field. Dons get a stop here. That would be something else, especially when they started 1st and goal on the 1 or 2 yard line. Moore in the shotgun. Takes a snap, fakes that, throws into the corner, and it is incomplete. The Dons stop them on downs after being 1st and goal at the 2 yard line. And a couple of really good defensive plays, tackles for losses. They were back at the 11, and they went for it on 4th down and weren't able to get it. Great defense by the Dons after that really, really long run, 81 yards by Reshawn White. So the Dons will have it, but they'll be deep in their own territory. And the ball is on the 5 yard line. Dons run it really well in that first possession. They just lost it on the fumble. Wooldridge is going to pass, throws it down, and he was trying to hit Putman, and Putman ended up having to be the defender on that play because he intercepted.
Jacob Putman, the intended receiver.
Kind of shocked they threw there deep in their own territory, but trying to catch them off guard, I guess. A nice play there by Putman to keep, I believe that was number 10, Ben Macellery, from getting the interception. So it'll be 2nd and 10 at the 5. They need to get it out of their ways even if they don't get a first down, because the punter's going to be right back on the end line. And a handoff up the middle, not much there. And they're gonna get a penalty. They stopped the runner, and forward progress was stopped, and they just kept on pushing him and throwed him to the ground. And going to get an unsportsmanlike conduct, and that'll bring the ball out to around the 20-yard line. You can see a couple of the other players on the other side of the field for Gateway kind of throwing their arms up like, what are you doing? They had done stopped them. But we've got no score here with 3:34 to go in the first quarter, and that'll bring the ball out to the 20-yard line and give the Dons a little bit of breathing room off of their own goal line. I think they could have called that penalty on about 4 different players for Gateway, because there was about 4 of them that just kept pushing him back, and they finally just threw him to the ground. And another offside. And it's number 54 again, Khalil Malone. And Madden Woolridge must have a hard count there. He's changing his voice tone. And that's the 3rd time they've already jumped off sides here in the first quarter. So now it'll be 1st and 5 at the 25-yard line. So that's 3 of those, 15 and a 15-yard. That's 30 yards in penalties on Gateway already here in the first quarter. Woolridge going to take a little quarterback sneak there, quarterback draw, and he gets a couple of yards up to the 27. I don't know if that was a mix-up, because he looked like he went back to hand the ball off to someone, and then he took up the middle, like the running back maybe it went the wrong way. Ball at the 27-yard line, and it's 2nd down and 3. Snap back, and running the ball is going to be, I believe that was Alex Jones that took the direct snap there and got up to the 29. So it's going to be 3rd down and 1. Actually, about a half a yard's all they need for a first down. Don's hanging tough so far. They've actually had the ball most of the quarter. But that fumble hurt them in the first drive. And running himself is Alex Jones, and he's going to get the first down. They're trying to strip the ball out. And if they don't watch out, they're going to get another unsportsmanlike conduct. He does get the first down up to the 34, so he picked up almost 5 yards on that play.
Doniphan, number 12, Alex Jones. Tackled by number 8, Reshawn White.
I mentioned this a while ago. Their defensive line is not really all that big weight-wise. They've got a couple of guys there in the middle that are pretty good size, but Dons are running the ball well here in the first quarter. Woolridge takes a snap, and he's going to get thrown out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. And he'll pick up 2 on that run. Clock running, it stopped with 1:47 to go in the first quarter. Dons have had the ball the majority of this quarter, but we still have no score. 2nd down and 8 from the Doniphan 36-yard line. And a pass trying to get it to Putman on the slant pattern is incomplete from Woolridge. And that'll bring up 3rd and 8. He was open. The ball was just not thrown well enough for him to be able to catch it. Putman, the only wide receiver, wide to the left. Wooldridge in the shotgun. Trying to get him to jump off sides again. I could see him there with the hard count. He's going to take it himself, and he gets hit hard at about the 39-yard line. And that's going to bring up fourth down. He got hammered real hard there. And we'll see if the Dons are going to go for it. They're in their own territory, and they need about 5 yards for first down. And it looks like the offense is going to stay on the field. Play clock's down to 24 as Wooldridge over talking to Coach Hampton to get the play. If they run it here, they're going to have to get a good one because they need 5 yards. Wooldridge under center this time. And Coach Hampton's going to have to call timeout. Play clock down to 2. So with no score, with 52 seconds to go in the first quarter, we'll take a 30-second break, and we'll be right back after this message.
At Mathis Timber, our goal is to provide our landowners with the greatest possible financial return on their timber lands, while not damaging young timber or leaving your property in a mess. We have served Ripley County and the surrounding areas since 1939. We will buy your timber on lump sum total or percentage. We have several references upon request. Contact Craig Mathis at 573-429-0996 and see how Mathis Timber can assist you with all your timber harvesting needs.
Welcome back, everybody. Got 52 seconds left first quarter. The Dons going for it on 4th and 5 in their own territory at the 44-yard line. Got to get the 49 for first down. There's a big play here in the first quarter. Trying to keep the ball away from the Gateway and not give it to them in Don's territory. Wooldridge fades back to pass. He gets flushed out of the pocket. He's going to run it. Now he's going to throw it, and it's intercepted at the 44 and running it back down the sideline and getting down to the 20-yard line. So that's 2 turnovers on the Dons after moving the ball pretty well in both drives, really well in the first one. They fumbled, and now an interception. So Gateway got down to the 2-yard line, first and goal, while going to Dons turned them away on 4th down.
Put the ball on the 20-yard line, going to be 1st and 10 for the Jaguars.
So with 38 seconds to go, Gateway will have it at the 20-yard line of the Dons. Nobody in the backfield except the quarterback. Moore takes a couple of drops, throws it in the end zone, and it's going to be out of bounds. And he caught it, but he's caught it out of bounds. Try that little fade pattern, and he threw it too far. Where the receiver, Rishon White, I believe that's who that was. So it'll be 2nd and 10. No backs in the backfield this play either. He drops back a couple, and he is flushed out of the pocket, and he is going to be tackled, and the ball's loose. It's loose. And the official hadn't signaled yet. It looks like number 52, Chris Thomas, was able to get on it, but a huge loss back to the 36-yard line as the Dons flushed him out of the pocket, and he had no place to go. And that is going to be 3rd down and 26 now from the 36-yard line. Don's defensive back and safety's got to be ready here, even though they do line up a running back in the backfield with him this time. 2-step drop. He's going to throw it deep. Man out in front, but he throws it too far, and it's out of the end zone. And it'll be 4th down. That'll be the end of the first quarter. Don's hanging tough. A couple of turnovers has hurt them, though, and that's been the story pretty much all season long. But they have no score heading to the second quarter. We'll take a 30-second break and be right back on Current River Broadcasting.
We see the potential of her and him and you, of where you're from and what you can accomplish. Because when you set your mind to it, there's nothing you can't do. But reaching your potential isn't just about achieving your goals. It's about helping others, supporting your neighbors, building your community, and investing in people that make a difference. Like her, and him, and you. Because when you're from here, that's just what you do. And from here, we can do anything.
No scores. We start the second quarter, and it's going to be 4th down and 26. And they're going to go for it again, which if the Dons can hold them again, they'll end up with good field position again. They held them the first drive on 4th down. Moore sprints out to the right side. He's going to throw it deep, and it is incomplete. And I think that was Jacob Putman. No, I'm sorry. That was, yes, it was. It was Jacob Putman. And also Jalen Young that knocked that away. So the Dons will take over on downs for the second time. .11:54 to go first half, no score. And we got a flag in the backfield. They're going to throw it deep. And going high for it is Putman, but it's knocked away at the last minute by Halen Hyde Carruthers. And probably against the Dons was thrown by the referee. Illegal shift or illegal motion against the Dons. So they'll back them up 5 yards if they take the penalty. And it looks like they are. So it'll be 2nd and 15 and 1st and 15 instead of 2nd and 10.
Another penalty against the Jaguars and offsetting penalties.
And we got another stoppage in play. This time an illegal procedure. So that's 2 consecutive on the Dons. And it'll be 1st and 20 now, back at the 26-yard line. No score here in the second quarter with 11:42 to go in the half. Alex Jones takes the snap and gets up to the 27, about a 1-yard gain. Gateway's starting to crack down against the running game of the Dons. The Dons were running it real well early, but
Number 12, Alex Jones, carrying the ball for Doniphan.
gave him a 1-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 19.
Bring up 2nd and long yardage for Doniphan, 2nd and 19.
And I believe Alex Jones is in at quarterback. A pitch back to number 7, John Joyner, and he gets about another yard.
Number 7, John
So that's a couple of 1-yard gains in a row. So it's going to be 3rd and real long here for the Dons. The first 2 drives, the Dons have moved the ball real well, but this one here, a couple of penalties has set them back. And they've got a 3rd and I believe 18, it looks like. They got to get out to the 46, and the ball looks like it's on the 28. Dropping back to pass, throwing it deep, and Putman has it knocked away, and it's going to be intercepted. The ball was tipped by one of the defensive backs, And intercepted by, well, those numbers are hard to see. But that's just about as good as a punt, though, so I think that was number 8, Reshawn White. The ball was tipped, and then it went about 5 yards farther down the field, and they've got 2 players around Jacob Putman every time he goes out for a pass. Like I said, that was just about as good as a punt, so they start on the 36. Moore hands it off, and a little bit of a hole and getting to the outside and getting across the 40 is going to be number 8, Reshawn White. And they're going to mark it at the 42. That was a gain of about 6 yards on that play, so it'll be 2nd down and 4 for Gateway. That's only about the 3rd or 4th running play they've ran. Moore's going to drop back to pass. He's going to throw it way out to the left side and way overshoots his receiver, number 5, Lamonta Robinson. And it'll be 3rd down and 4. Don's defense has played really well here in the first half. Got 9:25 to go in the second quarter, and we still have no score. And the Gateway Jaguars will be facing a 3rd down and 4 from their own 42-yard line. Tylen Moore, the quarterback. That's up in the shotgun. Snap back, hands it off to number 8, White again. He breaks the tackle, and Dons are going to gang tackle him about the 45, and he's going to be about a yard or so short of the 1st down. Nice job there again by the Dons on defense. Looked like Tyler Thomas was one of the ones on the bottom there that got in there first. And they will go for it on 4th and 1. The Dons have already stopped them on 4th down twice, but this is the shortest one they've had. They actually went for it on a 4th and 26 a while ago, which I was shocked. Dons need to get some penetration into the backfield here. And a handoff, and they tackle him at the 41. That was, I believe, Alex Jones. Nope. Madden Woolridge tackled him for a 4-yard loss, and the Dons will take over again for the 3rd time on downs. And the Dons defense is playing fantastic tonight. And they're all fired up, too, and they ought to be. Now if they can just get something going here on offense again and stay away from the penalties and the turnovers, they're starting out with great field position at Gateway's 41-yard line. Alex Jones comes in to the field real late there, and a handoff up the middle, and a gain for about 3 yards maybe for the Dons. That was John Joyner again. Woolridge just barely got that handoff. Joyner was almost past him. Probably fortunate there that he was able to grab that ball and not lose it in the exchange. Second down and 8. Donson, Jack Wellington out to the left, and Jacob Putman to the right. Putman's only got one guy over there with him right now. And Woolridge is going to keep it himself and get down to the 36 or 37-yard line. It looks like about halfway between the 36 and 37. Don's got to get to the 32-yard line for a 1st down. It's going to be 3rd down and 5.
Tackled by number 50, Navies.
And a run up the middle and inside the 35. Don's going to be a couple yards short again. Going to spot it at the 34. And they've got to get to the 32, so it's going to be 4th down and 2. And Gateway has definitely tightened up their defense against the Don's run here in the last drive or so. Drive and a half. That first drive, the Dons were running, basically just ran it down the field before they lost it on the fumble. So they're going to go for it again.
They're going to go for it. Doniphan, you need to show your support.
Woolridge is going to line up in the shotgun. And end around to Putman. If he gets to the outside, he gets it. Oh, he dropped the ball. He fumbled it again. And they're going to give it to Gateway. He had the first down. And he was real close to breaking that for a touchdown. So another turnover for the Dons. And they will spot it at the 31. So he had the first down, but he just didn't hang on to the ball. We're about halfway through this second quarter, 6:08 to go, and we still have no score. The Dons and the Gateway Soldan International Studies Jaguars. Moore fades back to pass. He's going to throw it deep. It's way up in the air, and it is incomplete. And that was number 6, Gavin Dillon. Probably should have caught that ball. That ball was perfectly thrown. He had the Dons beat there, but he just did not catch it. Look. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the Gateway 31-yard line. He likes slinging that ball around, that's for sure. Dons have done a really good job so far. He's going to look deep on the other side this time, and that one is going to be out of bounds into the Gateway bench, and it'll be 3rd down. The only thing that kind of worries me, Gateway has a lot more players than the Dons do, and the Dons, so many of their players have to play both sides of the ball, and when you're doing that, you got to be in really, really good shape, or sooner or later that might catch up with you. So hopefully the Dons will get a stop here and get some points on the board. 3rd down and 10. But the Dons only have about, I think I counted 8 or 9 players on the bench that are in uniform playing today. Well, they got a different quarterback in there, and he's going to be sacked back inside the 25-yard line.
And a big tackle by number 18, Tyler Thomas.
Tyler Thomas gets the sack back at the 21-yard line, and we'll see if they go for it. Looks like they're going to punt this time. The Dons have stopped them on 4th down all 3 times they've had the ball before now. And Jacob Putman's going to go back to receive the punt. And their kicker, Angelo Nunez, will be punting it from around his 10-yard line. He gets it in the air. It's going to go over on the sideline, and a short kick out of bounds. He actually kicked that out of bounds about where they had to go for a first down, and it's going to be in Gateway territory. And they're going to spot it at the 39-yard line. Don's going to have it at their 39-yard line. That was only about a 15-yard punt. So again, Don's had it at the 41 the last time and weren't able to convert on 4th down. Well, they fumbled it away, excuse me. They had the first down. But now they've got it to 39. One of these times they got to be able to get it into the end zone here and get some points on that scoreboard. 5 minutes and 6 seconds left in the first half. Wooldridge hands it off up the middle. Tyler Thomas gets down to about the 36-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 3. If you run it and get 3 yards every time and go for it on fourth down, you're going to get a first down if you can do that every time.
On the Jaguars team, led by number 22, James.
Be nice if the Dons could milk this clock and take it down there and score a touchdown right before halftime. Almost another offside, but he didn't touch anybody, so play clock down to 10. And Wooldridge is going to be tackled for a loss. I think the Dons had a false start. Illegal motion. And they're going to decline the penalty as the Dons lost back to the 38. So it'll be 3rd and 9 now. Just need to clean them penalties up and the turnovers. And Dons probably would have already had a score or two. 3rd and 8 from the 38. Wooldridge back to pass, throws it out in a flat. It's caught by Wellington. He gets down to the 30. That looked like a face mask. They didn't throw a flag, but that sure looked like a face mask. Grabbed him around the helmet or something. I think that's a first down.
Number 8, Jack Wellington. Just short of that first down.
Nope, they're going to give him a first down on it.
Let's see what they do here.
Well, the referee.
While they're figuring it out, tackle made by number 2, Javion Jones.
They're moving the sticks. They're going to give him a first down for it. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't measure it. I'm sure the Gateway coach probably wanted them to measure it, but the Dons would have went for it on fourth down, and they probably would have been able to get a half a yard anyway. But first down and 10. Wooldridge hands it off. Joyner up the middle, gets down to the 26-yard line. Well, I never get it right. The 27-yard line. So they got a couple. 2nd down and 8. The Dons have had the upper hand on the time of possession here in the first half. And they have kept the ball away from Gateway pretty much, a lot here in the first half. Now, Wooldridge fakes a handoff and then takes it himself down to the 24-yard line. I believe that'll be 3rd down and about 5 now. We're under 3 minutes left here in the first half, about 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Don's looking at a 3rd and 5. Yeah, Wooldridge looks over to Coach Hampton for changing the play. The play clock's down to 7 seconds. They're going to have to hurry. And they hand it to Thomas, and he is stacked up. He's still moving the pile, though. And he's still moving the pile. And they're letting him play. And we'll see where they end up marking him at. It looks like the 21 and 22-yard line. So it is going to be 4th down. They're going to put it right on the 22, it looks like. They got to get to the 19. It'll be 4th down and 3. The Dons another 4th down try here. Last time they had the ball, they got the first down, but Jacob Putman on the end around fumbled the ball. High snap. They give it to Jones, and he breaks through all the way down to the 10-yard line, all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. Wow, he broke about 5 or 6 tackles I thought they had him down right after he got the first down, but he took them all the way into the end zone. And the Dons take the lead with 1:27 to go in the first half, 6-0 over the Gateway Jaguars. That was an unbelievable run. Now he's got to try to kick the extra point. Ball high snap, kick is up, and no good. It misses to the right. The snap there kind of messed things up. But the Dons get the first score with 1:27 to go in the half. They lead 6-0. We're going to take a 30-second break and be right back.
Need something printed and need it fast? Bring it to Here's Your Sign in downtown Doniphan. Plastic, metal, and magnetic signs are available, along with banners that can be printed in the size you need. Here's Your Sign can also do vinyl, silkscreen, and embroidery prints for hats, t-shirts, bags, cups, and many other accessories. They have a variety of clothing brands to choose from and specialize in your custom shirts and business advertising needs. No job is too big or small. Give them a call or stop by Here's Your Sign on State Street in downtown Doniphan.
Well, the Dons set to kick off here after getting the first score in the game with 1:27 to go in the first half. They lead 6-0 over the undefeated Gateway Soldan International Studies Jaguars. They are 8-0 in the season. The Dons trying to win to finish above 500. And it could possibly get them a little better seed in the district depending on what some of the other teams do. And by the way, the seedings for the district are tomorrow. Jones to kick it off. And he pooch kicks it. Ball loose on the ground. It's still loose. And I think the Dons got it. They did. I don't know if he meant to do that on purpose or not. You wouldn't have thought with 1:27 to go. But the Dons recover it at the 44-yard line. And they've got 1:23 to go, and I think they've got 2 timeouts left in this first half. Well, they'll start at the Jaguars' 44-yard line. Boy, if they could score another one here for half, that would be huge. Wooldridge fades back to pass. He throws it deep and too far for Putman. If he'd have kept that in bounds, he might have been able to run under it, but he threw it out of bounds. It'll be 2nd and 10. 1:19 to go. I know it's going to be hard to run the ball unless somebody just breaks one and go 44 yards with 1:19 to go. So trying to catch him off guard, but that pass was just a little too far for Putman. He comes out wide to the left again. He's one-on-one right now. The safety's actually sliding over this way a little bit. Wooldridge runs out to the right side, and he's going to be tackled back at the 49 for about a 5-yard loss. And the Dons let the clock run here. Since they didn't get any yards on that, Coach Hampton decides to let the clock run. He don't want to call a timeout and then not get it. I'm surprised that Gateway's not calling one. We're down to a minute to go. And if the Dons do not get a first down here, they can run the game clock down to about 20, 25 seconds. Now somebody does call a timeout. Gateway calls the timeout. Boy, they wasted about 20 seconds or so there on the clock.
Ladies and gentlemen, quite an exciting football game tonight. As we celebrate the energy and enthusiasm of tonight,
I want to give a shout out to our camera crew tonight from Current River Broadcasting, Hayden Young and Gabe Tennyson. Those guys did our game last week and did a great job, and they're on the cameras again tonight from Current River Broadcasting. Well, the Dons will have a 3rd and 15 after this timeout. And I'm guessing Coach Hampton's going to run the ball here. And Gateway will be able to call another timeout and preserve a little bit of time. The clock will not start here until the ball is snapped, so the Dons can't run the clock down. Well, Gateway trying to get it back here and have a little bit of time left to do something here before the half. Wooldridge in the shotgun. Takes a snap. He's going to throw it deep again. And it is knocked away by number 14. And that is Halen Hyde-Carruthers. He's been the one that's been on Putman all night long. If that ball had been thrown just a little bit farther. Now the bad thing about that is that stops the clock with 46 seconds left. And it looks like the Dons are going to punt. Boy, we need a good snap here for back to Alex Jones. And just get it off and get it down the field a little ways. Because I'm sure they're probably going to be coming and trying to block this, you would think. Good snap. Kick is off. It's up in the air, and it's fielded at the 28-yard line. And a great tackle coming from behind. And that was, of course, Jacob Putman again showing that speed off. That was number 2, Javion Jones. He was only able to get about 6 yards on that return out to the 34. So they've got 1 or 2 timeouts left. I'm not sure. And they get the ball at the Gateway 34-yard line. Cruz Navarro comes to the sideline holding his, looks like his left elbow. He's one of the big guys inside for the Dons. Moore throws a slant pattern and a tackle made at about the 50-yard line. So they will get a first down. That will stop the clock while the chains move. Gain of 16-yard line. Gavin Dillon made that catch. So I guess they called timeout. I'm kind of shocked there because they could have just spiked the ball there and saved a timeout with 30 seconds. They might have lost a couple of seconds, but that's actually probably good for the Dons that they called a timeout. Dons have a 19-yard touchdown run from Alex Jones, and that's the only score of the game. A little bit of a bad snap on the extra point. He was not able to kick the extra point. The Dons are leading at 6-0 with 30 seconds left in the first half over Gateway Soldan International Studies. And I've said this 3 or 4 times. They're undefeated on the season, 8-0 or 8-0. They've got the ball at midfield, 50-yard line. 30 seconds left to play with here in the first half. Moore going to throw it way out to the sideline, and it's going to be caught at about the 38. Boy, that one was up there in the air for a long time. The Don defensive back didn't turn around. He might have been able to knock that down and intercept it. And a gain of 12. And the runner went out of bounds, so that stops the clock with 22 seconds. Don's got to make sure they stay on their toes here because this quarterback can throw the ball down the field. You can't get beat with this much time left. They need to keep that lead going into halftime. Tylen Moore drops back, throws it deep, man wide open, and he overthrew him. Boy, he had 2 guys that got behind the Dons defenders, and that was definitely a break there. That had touchdown written all over it. 18 seconds left. Ball at the Dons 38-yard line. 2nd down and 10. Dons need to make sure they play off of them just a little bit. Make them throw it underneath and don't let it get up behind them. If you throw it underneath, at least you got a chance to tackle them. He drops back again. And he is sacked. Oh, no. He gets the ball away and it's caught. Oh, and then he drops it. He was hammered back there, but he got the ball out somehow or another. And the receiver almost caught it. But he couldn't quite bring it into his chest. And the ball goes back to the 38-yard line with 12 seconds to go. Yeah, I thought the Dons had him sacked, and then I seen the ball come out, and he actually underthrew it quite a bit. I don't think that was even the receiver he was throwing it to. Moore fades back again, and he throws this one, and that's an incomplete pass as he got hit again. That was Tyler Thomas and Alex Jones both got in there on him. It's going to be 4th down with 8 seconds to go. All they got to do is stop one play here, but you cannot go to sleep and let them get behind you. Don's defensive backs need to play off of them. I wouldn't have them within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage because if they get by you, he's liable to hit one of them. And that would be demoralizing with 8 seconds to go if you lost the lead from a 38-yard line. Play clock down to 8 seconds, and they are not even broke out of the huddle yet. And they didn't get it off. That's a penalty. That's going to move them back 5 yards. Oh, no, they got one timeout, I guess, to use. That's got to be the last one. He waves off the flag, so they did call a timeout. They had one left. Yeah, the seedings for the football district for the Dons are tomorrow. And they will find out who they have to play. Right now they are in 6th place. I don't know how the point system on that works. They're like 3 points out of 5th place, and Canada's in 5th place. Matter of fact, I think there's maybe 3 teams that's 4-4, but there's a point system they go by. It's got something to do with how many points you score and how many you give up and things like that. But they'll find out tomorrow who they play first round of the district next week. Here we go. Last play of the half. He drops back and he is hammered. And that is number 55 for the Dons. And that was Logan Spears. And we had a flag thrown, but if it is declined, so we have reached halftime, and the Dons lead it. No, I'm sorry. The Dons will have the ball with 4 seconds to go. You might as well rear back and throw one to Putman. You ain't got anything to lose here. The Dons will have basically one play here before the half, but another stop on 4th down by the Dons. I can't say enough about how well their defense has played here in the first half. Definitely the best defensive game of the year. And it looks like they're just going to take a knee. And that is the end of the first half, and the Dons lead the undefeated Gateway Jaguars 6-0 on a touchdown by Alex Jones in the second quarter. So the Dons are actually trying to finish above 500, and I think probably a lot of people didn't give them much of a chance in this game, but right now, we still got a half to play, but right now they've got a 6-0 lead going into the locker room at halftime. We will take a short break, and we'll be back with you before the second half starts. 6-0 Dons over Gateway Jaguars out of St. Louis. Welcome back, everybody. We're starting the second half here. The Dons will kick off to Gateway. They lead 6-0 as we start the third quarter. Alex Jones into it. He kicks a little pooch kick again, and they drop it again. And I think they'll be able to get on that one. Boy, that's all right when that works, but boy, if it doesn't work, they get awful good field position. And that was number 10, I believe, that come up with that. That is Ben Macellary. So good field position for Gateway here to start the third quarter at their own 46-yard lines. The Dons defense played great in the first half. And hopefully they can keep that up here for 24 more minutes on that clock. And the officials are gathered right at the line of scrimmage here talking about something. And we got a flag thrown for something. And they show legal procedure against the Dons. And they come over to explain something to
Against Doniphan, they're going to move the ball back.
Something about driving the ball into the ground on the kick.
well, they're kicking. They're moving. They're going to re-kick. Oh, I started saying now they're moving it back 5 yards. Wow. They must not have been able to decline that penalty because they would have got the ball at the 46-yard line. I don't know what that call was. It had to have been something happened before he kicked the ball because they could have declined that penalty. Well, let's see if Jones kicks it deep this time because they moved the Dons back to the 35 to kick off instead of the 40. And he kicks it farther down the field, and it's caught and bobbled by number 8. He takes it to the right side of the field, cuts back into the middle. He's at the 45. Dons are going to have a hard time catching him. He's down at the 10, 25, touchdown.
And touchdown.
Well, that's a momentum switcher in a hurry there. That penalty there really hurt. I mean, I thought it was going to be bad enough with him starting at the 46-yard line, but then they re-kicked it. He ran it back for a touchdown. That was Rashawn White. He is the one that had the 81-yard run there in the first half as well. So that ties the game, and they will try to break the tie as trying to kick the extra point. Wow. Boy, that was a quick turn of events there. And the kick is up, and it's good. Now, that kid's got a good leg. That ball was way up over the crossbar. And just like that, Gateway takes a 7-6 lead. And I don't know, I wish I had somebody to explain that penalty to me because evidently Gateway could not decline the penalty because they would have taken the ball at the 46-yard line, I'm sure, instead of making them re-kick, but it worked in their favor by having the Dons re-kick it. So now the Dons down by 1. We've got to go to work on offense. Jacob Putman, Jack Wellington will drop back deep. Dons moved the ball up and down the field in the first half, but they kind of got bogged down with penalties and turnovers. And that missed extra point the Dons missed there in the first half as lets Gateway take the lead by 1 with their extra point. So teeing it up will be Nunez at the 40-yard line. Don's going to try to take the momentum back here. That one is kicked over to Wellington. He feels it at about the 15, and we got an offside penalty on on Gateway on their kickoff, so they'll have to drop back to the 35. Maybe the Dons can do the same thing they did. Bad thing about that, Wellington had quite a bit of room there to run on that kickoff. So they'll move up about 5 yards as the kicker moves back 5. And he'll kick it from the 35-yard line. I'm surprised that doesn't happen more times on the kickoff, that one of the players doesn't get to the line that they're kicking from, whether it be the 35 or the 40, before the kicker kicks the ball. But they got caught that time. I understand that. That was offsides, but the illegal procedure went on the Dons a while ago. I don't know what that was. Nunez takes about a 10-yard run at it, kicks it deep, and Wellington's got the same place. He comes out to the 20-yard line and gets tackled immediately. So not much on the return there for the Dons. Looks like they'll spot it at about the 22, 23-yard line. That's where the Dons will take over. Down for the first time in the game now, 7-6. It only took Gateway about, I guess probably 10, 15 seconds to 15 seconds probably to score that touchdown and take the lead. We'll see if the Dons can get it going on offense again. Wildridge hands it off, and a couple yards, maybe 1 or 2 yards up the middle. That was Tyler Thomas. They give him about a yard, so it'll be 2nd down and 9. And since the first couple of drives, the Gateway defense has kind of shut the Dons' running game down, other than just a few plays here and there. So they have stiffened up on their defense. And the same play again, and same result. I don't think he got any yards that time. That was Tyler Thomas again. If anything, he lost a yard. So it's going to be 3rd down and 10. Yeah, maybe 3rd and 9 between the 23 and 24-yard line. We'll see if the Dons put it in the air here trying to get that first down. You don't want to give the ball right back to Gateway after they took the lead. A pitch back, and nothing doing there for the Dons. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. And it'll be 3rd down and 10. And Gateway is fired up a little bit now. It's amazing what one play can do to switch your momentum in a game. And Alex Jones comes out, so the Dons are going to try to punt it away. So 3 quick plays there by the Dons ended up not getting any yardage total out of those 3 plays. And they only had the ball for about 2 minutes. Bad snap over his head into the end zone. He is going to try to run it, and he is going to be tackled inside the 5-yard line. And that's where Gateway will take the ball. A couple of yards from the end, maybe a yard from the end zone. Momentum is a crazy thing, I tell you. If you got it, you're in good shape. If you don't, you got to figure out some way to get it back. Well, they've got a 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. And a handoff. Number 21 is going to be tackled before he got to the end zone. Number 21, that's a freshman, Caden Willis. It looks like he got back to the line of scrimmage, so they're still at the 1-yard line. And they give it to White this time, and he takes it in for a touchdown from 1 yard out. That makes the score 13-6, and they'll try to make it 14 with the extra point. So they've scored 2 touchdowns, one on a kick return and one after a bad snap on a punt by the Dons that went over Alex Jones's head, where they recovered the ball at the 1 yard line, and then White takes it in for a touchdown from 1 yard out. So they've scored 2 touchdowns in less than just a hair over 3 minutes. A high snap, the kick is up, and it's blocked by the Dons. So that keeps it a 7-point game. That's a big block there by the Dons. So a touchdown and an extra point. Can still tie the game. On scored, they would have had to win for 2 to try to tie it. We'll see what happens on this offensive trip. The last one wasn't very good for the Dons. If we can figure out some way to get that ball to Jacob Putman. The Gateway knows that he is the playmaker on offense for the Dons, the ones that gets the big chunks of yards. And I think, too, their kicker has kicked the ball over to Jack Wellington's side every time. So he's trying to keep it away from Putman on the kickoff returns as well. So Nunez will tee it up again and kick off here with 8:53 to go in the third. Dons led at 6-0 at halftime. They trail 13-6 now, only 3 minutes and 7 seconds into this third quarter. Nunez kicks it deep, and it's going to be picked up by Wellington, and he has to go back near the goal line to pick it up, and he only gets out to about the 17-yard line, maybe the 18. That was one of them that split the two back guys there, and they had to go back and pick it up. They couldn't catch it in the air. So Wellington did good to get it back out to the 18-yard line.
Ball's going to be placed on the 18-yard line. 1st and 10 for Doniphan.
Madden Woolridge in the shotgun. He's going to take it himself, and he is tripped up, I think, behind the line of scrimmage. It looked like about a 1-yard loss. Number 17, Chris Franklin, got him by the ankles there and tripped him up. He dove and got him down around the feet, and it tripped up Madden Woolridge, and he couldn't get over the hump there to get on out there any farther. It was 2nd and 11. And I think we have another offside penalty. Either that or no, this time the Dons jumped.
Penalty flag thrown on the play.
I think they called illegal procedure against the Dons. Well, I could have swore I seen one of the
Penalty against Doniphan, 5 yards.
Gateway players jump off, but he might have been drawn off by one of the Dons players moving. So that'll make it 2nd and 16. The Dons are going the wrong way. And a bad snap over Wooldridge's head. He goes back and gets it out of the end zone. And we got a flag thrown. And we'll see. It's holding against the Dons. They're going to decline that, I guarantee you, because the Dons are back.
By the Jaguars.
They're inside the 5-yard line. Woolridge did good to get that out of the end zone and not have a safety. The Dons got to get out to the 29-yard line, I think, and they're on the 2. So, wow. This has kind of gone south in a hurry here. They need a big play from somebody. And there's not a lot of room to work with down there on the 2-yard line. And, almost caught there. The ball was tipped, and it's still almost caught. But I think that was Wellington. No, number 6.
Number 6.
Jaden Billings.
The intended receiver.
And that brings up 4th down. The Dons are going to have to punt. And Alex Jones is going to be real close to that end line. If you touch that end line with your foot, that's a safety. He does not have much room between himself and the inline. And we got a timeout with 7:16 to go in the third quarter. Gateway leads 13-6. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back in 30 seconds.
Cosmo Pest Solutions is your hometown pest and termite control provider. With 20 years experience in Southeast Missouri, Cosmo Pest Solutions is here to help your home or business with all pest, termite, and bedbug control needs. For fast, friendly, dependable service, give Cosmo Pest Solutions a call at 573-996-ANTS.
And we got a player down for Gateway, and it looks like he's probably cramping up. They're out there stretching him out. Got both legs stretching him out, so you wouldn't think as cool as it is that would happen, but that sure is what it looks like. The Dons have a 4th and 27, I believe, and the ball is sitting on the 2-yard line. So Alex Jones is going to have to punt right back near the end line of the end zone, the back end line. And the last one they tried to punt was snapped over his head. And he got it back out to about the 2-yard line, and that's where Gateway was able to take over and run it in for a touchdown on the second play after they got it back. And the player's still down out there. They're stretching them legs out. I can't see the number from here. Remind everybody again, the seedings for the district football is tomorrow, and I'm sure you can check Current River Broadcasting or the Doniphan High School Athletics Facebook page, and they will probably let you know just as soon as they find out who the Dons are playing and where next week in the first round of the district.
And give him a big hand, number 13.
Yeah, number 13 is Darius Berry, and he jogs off the field. Probably was just, he was cramping up. So the Dons will have to punt from down near the goal line.
Fourth down for Doniphan.
Well, they don't need a bad snap here, that's for sure.
Number 12.
And Jones is going to have to get it up in a hurry. And there's a high snap, but he does get it off. And a pretty good punt. And the ball's fumbled. And it's picked back up. Now he's running it. That's number 21. He's going backwards, but he gets out to the outside over on the other side. And he's going to run it all the way back for a touchdown. How in the world did he do that? He bobbled the ball. It hit the ground and bounced right back up into his hands. He reversed his field and went to the other side and ran it all the way for a touchdown. And we've got a flag thrown here late after the play was over. And the official way over here on the left sideline is the one that threw it, and he wasn't close to anybody. And I think the Dons coaching staff is saying that he was down when he picked up the ball, but I don't think they're going to get that call. And that, I think they're picking up the flag, but I think they were warning the Dons coaching staff. But Coach Hampton and one of the assistant coaches was saying that when Willis picked that ball up, that his knee was touching the ground. If it was, he should have been down right there. But they don't get the call. So the touchdown stands, and Nunez will try to add the extra point. He's 1 for 2 so far. And the Doniphan coaching staff still upset. And the referee is holding up the game there, talking to one of the coaches. kick is up, and it's good. And now it's 20-6 in favor of Gateway with 6:58 to go in the third. We're going to take a 30-second break and hear from some of our sponsors, and we'll be right back after this message.
Hometown Pharmacy is your one-stop pharmacy for all of your medical needs. Our pharmacists provide shots for flu, pneumonia, and shingles all in this pharmacy with no appointment necessary. Refills can be requested online or through our app, and delivery is available if you live within the city limits. Transferring prescriptions is easy, so come by or give us a call, and our friendly staff will take care of everything. Come experience the difference a hometown pharmacy can make on LaRue Street in Doniphan.
Keith Bowman back at Doniphan High School, where this third quarter has been all Gateway. They have scored 20 points here in less than in about 5 minutes of this third quarter. A kickoff return for a touchdown, a punt return, and a 2-yard run after the Dons had a bad snap on a punt. And that last one was an amazing play by a freshman. He ran about 60 yards, and he was only 30 yards from the end zone. Nunez to kick it deep again. Kicks this one deep, and it's going to go over the Dons' head into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So the Dons will bring it out. The referees will bring it out and spot it at the 20-yard line, I believe, where the Dons will start. And they have not gotten anything going this half. I think they've run 6 plays, 2 3 and outs in this third quarter. They had a 6-0 lead at halftime and played really, really well in the first half. And really the defense played great in the first half, but they haven't got a chance here in the second half because the 2 kick returns and the one from the 2-yard line, it's kind of hard to stop that on 1st and goal. And another bad snap. And Wooldridge goes back, and he can't get it, and they pick it up, and they're going to be on inside the 5-yard line again. So anything that can go wrong has gone wrong for the Dons here in the third quarter. And they're going to have the ball, I think, on the 1-yard line again. The Dons were in a shotgun there. And the ball was snapped over Wooldridge's head. And we got a timeout call with 6:50 to go in the third quarter. Don's coaching staff going to try to settle the team down here as they've kind of fallen on hard times here in this third quarter. And just about everything that could go wrong has gone wrong for them here in this third quarter. 6 minutes and 50 seconds to go, and they are knocking on the door. I think they're inside the 1-yard line.
Good luck on your competition on November 1st in Columbia.
The Donettes softball team is hosting I'm not really sure if it's called a sectional or I guess it's a quarterfinal game, but since they only have to win one game to get to the Final Four here at Doniphan tomorrow, they're playing Blair Oaks. If they win that game, they'll be in the Final Four sometime, I guess, at the end of next week. Halloween, okay. They play on Halloween day. If they win here tomorrow, they get to host the game here against Blair Oaks tomorrow. So good luck to the Donettes on trying to get to the Final Four. Hand off, run outside, and flag thrown in the backfield, and we're going to have a hold, I'm pretty sure.
Penalty flag on the play.
That'll help the Dons out. That'll move them back to about the 11-yard line. And quarterback Tylen Moore could not believe they called that. But that'll move the ball back to the 11-yard line. Anytime the referee throws the flag, it's going to be a hold in or like a roughing the quarterback or something like that because he's behind the quarterback. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 11 after the penalty. And they stopped the clock for some reason or another. I don't know why they would do that for him to substitute a player if he's not. They don't have the right players out there. And another good defensive play by the Dons. Another loss yardage back close to the 15 as they tried to run the ball to the outside. And the Dons defense is they're just playing great. It's just the points have come off of kick returns and then that bad snap giving them the ball on the 1 or 2 yard line. They're going to spot that at the 13, so it'll be 2nd and goal from the 13-yard line. So the Dons defense here could give them a lift if they could hold here and get the ball back without letting them score. I know those guys got to be getting tired. Most of them play both sides of the ball, and that's always tough. But they're gutting it out and trying to get it done. Another great play there to stop them for a couple-yard loss in the backfield. Throw into the end zone, and that one is caught for a touchdown. And that was just a jump ball. And the receiver was able to jump over the top and catch that. And that was Javion Jones, number 2, who caught the touchdown pass. And now it is 26-6. And they will try the extra point. Nunez so far is 2 for 3 on his extra points. And the kick is blocked, but there's a flag, offsides on the Dons. I think whoever was offsides, the one that blocked the kick, he found a gap there. I could see it real good from where I'm sitting, that he went right in between a couple of the Gateway blockers. And that's going to move the ball in a little closer, so now they're going to bring the offense back out and go for 2. Ball should be at the 1.5 yard line, of half the distance to the goal. Moore takes a snap. He's going to try to run it in himself, and he gets in the end zone. That makes it 28-6, and we have still just barely played over half of this third quarter. It seems like it's taken as long to play this third quarter as it took to play the whole first half. Well, they're going to wave it off. There's going to be an illegal procedure call against Gateway. We'll see if they decide to kick it now, because that's going to move the ball back to about the 6 or 7 yard line. And it looks like they're going to leave the offense on the field and still go for 2. The Gateway coach finally sends in a player, I guess, with the play here. Play clock's down to 4 seconds. They're not going to get it off. And another flag, going to be delay a game, and that's going to move them back another 5 yards. You can blame that one on the coach. He was over there talking to one of the players trying to get the play out there. Now they're probably going to send the kicker back in. It looks like the offense is coming off now. And Nunez is going to come back. And he's going to be trying this extra point from the 17-yard line. So it'll be a 27-yard extra point. He's got a good leg. And he kicks it, and this one's no good. He misses it wide left. So after all that, they don't get any points on the extra point or 2-point conversion. So the score is 26-6 with 5:45 to go in this third quarter. A while ago, it seemed like it's taken as long to play this half of this third quarter as it did the entire first half. Well, the Dons will get it back again, and they've had the ball 3 times, and I think they've only run 7 plays in three possessions. It was looking really good at halftime for the Dons, but that kind of messed up play on the kickoff. I still don't understand what happened there, but when they had to go back and re-kick it.
Back to receive for Doniphan, number 4.
Rashawn White run the kickoff back for a touchdown, and that thing started snowballing after that.
Number 11, Nunez.
So Nunez will tee it up, kick it off again. Kicks it deep. Kid's got a good leg. Wellington's going to field it about the 5. And he's going to be tackled inside the 20, and we're going to have a flag thrown from behind. That's usually an illegal block in the back on the receiving team. No, it's going to be a face mask. That'll be a 15-yarder. That'll bring the ball out over the 30-yard line for the Dons.
Called against the Jaguars. 15-yard penalty.
So that'll help the Dons out a little bit. Instead of starting inside the 20, they're going to start at the 31-yard line now. And they have got to get something going on offense here. The first 2 drives this half, they had 3 and out. And then the last one, the first play was a bad snap and recovered by the Jaguars. And another false start.
Illegal procedure going to be called against Doniphan.
So instead of 1st and 10, it'll be 1st and 15.
Five-yard penalty assessed against Doniphan. Going to bring up 1st and 15.
That'll move the ball back to the 26-yard line. And another flag. And they're going to get the 5 yards right back as they jumped offside. That's the 4th offside penalty against Gateway here in the ball game.
Now we're back to where we were.
That might be the best offense for the Dons. Just let Madden Woolridge do that hard count 2 or 3 times every time, and if they don't jump, he can snap the ball. But they like to get off to a quick start. Wildridge hands it off up the middle, and ball carried up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 3.
Number 18, Tyler Thomas, running the ball for Doniphan. Able to get
2nd down and 7.
Going to bring up 2nd and 7.
5 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the third quarter. All Gateway Jaguars here in the third so far. We've got a long way to go in the game here. We've got 5 minutes and then another quarter to play. So Wildridge just lobs it up in the air. And a great catch by Jacob Putman. That ball was underthrown, and he seen the ball and the defensive back didn't, and he caught it at the 45-yard line. Kid's a heck of an athlete, I can tell you that right now. Well, 1st down for the Dons. They finally get back into Gateway territory at the 45-yard line. Wildridge hands it off up the middle and fighting for yardage. And the ball comes out. And they're going to say it's Gateway's ball again. That's one thing that Gateway's defenders have been doing all night long. They tackle the football. They try to knock the ball out. And Thomas trying to get extra yards there, had it stripped out. And the Dons turn it over again at the 41-yard line.
Recovered by Gateway.
Don's got 1 first down, and then they turn it over. And Gateway rolling here in the third quarter's got the ball back. Handoff. Number 21 breaks through the line and breaking tackles and gets across the 50-yard gain for a first down. Down to the Dons' 48-yard line.
Number 21, Caden Willis, carrying for Gateway.
That was the freshman Willis carrying the ball that time. Moore hands it off again. Number 4 gets to the outside, and he's caught. And he'll be tackled right at the line of scrimmage. And Jacob Putman catches him from behind, which is no surprise there. He come all the way from this other side of the line and come around and caught him from behind. That was Jeremiah Green with the carry, and he got no gain on the play. Second down and 10. Moore throws it out in the flat. The ball's caught, breaking a tackle inside the 40, inside the 20, and we got a flag down. I can't see if he made it all the way into the end zone. They didn't call a touchdown, but it's coming back anyway. There's going to be a hold, I think, on Gateway. It is. That'll bring the ball back. Kid there had some speed too. I think he got pushed out of bounds before he got to the end zone, because they usually go ahead and make the call if it's a touchdown, even if there's a flag, and then they go back to the flag later. So they're going to bring the ball back to the 46-yard line, and it'll be second down and 7. Second down and 8. 2.5 minutes left in the third. 26-6 in favor of Gateway. Moore fades back to pass. He's throwing it deep again, and it's going to be overthrown out of bounds.
Pass incomplete. The intended receiver, number 2, Davion Jones.
Third down and 8 coming up. Dons need to stop one here. Get the ball back. Clock stop with 2:20 left in the third quarter now, and it'll be third down and 8 from the Dons' 46-yard line. Jaguars have scored 26 points in this third quarter. Dons led at 6-0 at halftime. Tylen Moore directing his wide receivers. Fakes the handoff, rolls out, got a lot of room over here. He's going to throw it deep, and the ball is out of bounds again as he tried to hit his receiver on the run there. Dons did a good job of not letting him get all the way outside. And it looks like they're going to punt here. I'm kind of surprised that they're punting. The way that the Dons have not done much on offense here in this third quarter. I guess they just don't want to, if they don't get it, don't want to give them the ball that close to midfield. So Nunez will come out to punt. He punts, does the punter and the field goal kicker and extra point and kickoff man. He gets that one off. High in the air, the ball's going to bounce. And it's picked up there. Nice move. And that's Wellington. He's going to get out past the 30. And he is hit out of bounds. Boy, that's close to being out, a late hit there. And he showed that speed again, and he gets outside the 40-yard line. He took a chance on fielding that on the bounce there because there was 2 Gateway players right there by him. But when he caught it, he made a little juke move on him and got around him and got all the way out to the 40-yard line.
Donovan brings it down to the 40-yard line, first and 10 for Doniphan.
We're at the 2-minute mark, third quarter. It's time for the Dons to do something on offense here in this quarter. They had the one pass play, but that's been it here in the third quarter. Wooldridge out in the flat to Putman. He breaks one tackle, and he's going to get about 4 or 5 yards on the play. I'll mark him at the 44. I think they need to do that more because he can make people miss. It'd be better if he was on the wide side of the field there, had more field to work with because he was on the short side. Ball's on this hash mark on the right side. But it's a 4-yard gain. Putman goes out way to the left. And Wooldridge reverses his field, and he's going to be tackled back at the original line of scrimmage, the 40-yard line. That will take it back to the 40. So they gained 4 on the last play, lost 4 on that one, so it is 3rd down and 10.
Ball on the 40-yard line. They'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Dons have only got 1 first down in this third quarter. And Coach Hampton changing the play at the line of scrimmage, and we got another flag, another illegal procedure, false start against the Dons. Moves them back 5 yards farther, so it'll be 3rd down and 15. They got to get to the 50-yard line. I don't think Coach Hampton's too happy with the officiating right now. He was just having a conversation with the referee. And I think it was about that last play about who got called for that illegal procedure. Wooldridge dropped back. He's going to throw it deep and a little bit too far as Putman will run right by his man. But the pass was just a little bit too far. And it'll be 4th down. And the Dons will punt, I believe, and send out. I think Alex Jones is coming out. Yeah, he'll come out to punt it away for the Dons. .45 seconds to go in the third quarter. This has been a long one. Another high snap. That goes through Jones's hands. And before the play, we have and I believe Gateway called a timeout. And again, another high snap. That one wasn't quite as high as the other one, but Jones went right through his hands. So that saved, I don't know, he might have been able to get the kickoff, but he was going to be kind of in a bad way, that's for sure. So he'll get another crack at it, but the Dons have had several high snaps here over the head of the quarterback and the punter here in the third quarter. And that wasn't the case. Well, I started saying the first half, I don't think the Dons punted one time in the first half. They either turnover on downs or had a turnover. So they'll get another minute away here. Maybe Jones needs to back up another step or two. Maybe it won't be so high. He gets this one away. It's going to be caught at the 42, out to the 50. And he is going to be tackled by Putman. They knock him backwards, but the forward progress is going to be out close to the 50-yard line with 30 seconds left in the quarter. They're going to mark it at the 49 of
Bringing the ball back.
Gateway, and we're going to have a flag. I didn't see that one come in, but the official says 10-yard penalty on Gateway. And we got one of the Dons players down now. So we'll see where they end up marking that. They're going to mark it from the 49, so they'll mark it back to the 39-yard line. Well, I think they're going to. We have an injury timeout here. And the officials, again, are gathered out there talking. And now they're going to mark it off. I think it'll be back at the 39-yard line where they will start. And it will be 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. I didn't get to see who the injured player was for the Dons, but he got up and came off the field. I think that it was Jerry Fisher, but I'm not sure. Yeah, at number 53, and Heath Willis, the trainer down there, working on him. Looks like he's working on his back a little bit. Well, Gateway will have it. And now they got the ball at the 31-yard line. Well, and they get it to the freshman. They hand it off to him, and he's going to get up close to the 35-yard line. That was Willis. They get up to the 34, pickup of 3. And we're going to run out of time here before they get the snap off in the third quarter. So Gateway scores 26 points in the third quarter and shuts the Dons out. And our score at the end of 3 quarters is Gateway 26, the Dons 6. We'll be back with fourth quarter action in 30 seconds on Current River Broadcasting.
Through the years, it's taken all of us to make our community great. We're proud that Chevrolet has been an important part of America's history for many generations. And Ripley County, Missouri, you are as American as it gets. And that's why your friends at Countryside Chevrolet of Doniphan want to say thank you. Thank you for making our country and our community great.
Welcome back, everybody. We are at our last regular season game for the Dons, and a good first half by the Dons as they were ahead of the Gateway Jaguars 6-0 at the half, and Gateway is ranked 6th in the state, or 8th in the state, excuse me, and the Dons really played their socks off in that first half, but that one play changed the momentum right at the start of the third quarter. And they were able to tack on 4 touchdowns in that third quarter, and they lead at 26-6. They've got the ball 2nd down and 9. Quarterback takes the snap, and we've got an illegal procedure against Gateway. That'll be 2nd and 14.
5-yard penalty, going to bring up 2nd and 14.
And that pass is deflected as Alex Jones and Brody Limbaugh both got in there on the quarterback more, and one of them got a hand on it. So that'll make it 3rd and 14. He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The Dons were in there in a hurry. So 3rd and 14. Moore will take the snap. He hands it off, and the Dons do a good job. It looked like there was going to be a big hole there for the running back. That was number 8, Rashawn White, and he's the one that had the 81-yard run earlier in the, way back in the first quarter. And he picks up about 6 on that play, or 4, and it's going to be 4th and 10, so they're going to punt. And Jacob Putnam will be back deep for the Dons. He's standing just inside the 30-yard line. And Nunez takes a snap, high kick, and Putnam is going to let it bounce. And it's going to be down at about the 30. Looks like that's not right. That ball should have been. Yeah, now they're going to mark it at the 34. Coach Hampton is really upset about something. I think he was upset because they didn't give Jacob Putnam a chance to catch that ball. You have to give the punt returner a chance to catch the ball. And that ball should be at the 34-yard line, and they're marking it at 32. And they didn't. The punt he couldn't get to the punt to field it because there was somebody standing right in front of him, and they didn't throw a fair catch. Interference on the team for not allowing him to get to catch the ball. I thought he was going to call a fair catch for as high as it was, but he didn't. And now we got a penalty flag as the Dons come out of the huddle. And they must have got that one on Coach Hampton because the official on this side threw the flag. And I think it's an unsportsmanlike conduct. If that is, that's like a 15-yard penalty. And Coach Hampton had enough, and I don't really blame him because he had a beef there with that call. And Putnam had no chance to go catch that ball. And the Dons will have a 1st and 25 now. And Coach Hampton's going to call timeout. He's probably going to tell the boys, boys, that was my fault. I'm sorry about that, but sometimes you just got to do stuff like that. It's almost like sometimes in a basketball game, getting a technical is a good thing for your team. So we got 11:08 to go. The score is still 26-6 Gateway. Dons will have the ball, but it'll be 1st and 25. Ball all the way back to I think it's the 17-yard line. They got to get all the way out to the 42 for a first down.
Will be hosting a basketball tournament at home. Game will be next week, Monday through Thursday. And again, Doniphan basketball tournament here at home.
Dons have had a struggle here in the second half moving the ball, and it doesn't help that they've got a 1st and 25 here to start this drive with. And they hand it off, and nothing doing for the Dons, running that ball up the middle. First quarter, that was working, but ever since then, Gateway has figured it out, and they have really shut it down. I think yard on that play.
Carrying the ball for Doniphan, number 18, Tyler Thomas. Tackled by number 54, Haley Malone.
2nd down and 24. Gateway showing the blitz there, but now they back out of it. Coach Hampton calling the play on the sideline, getting it to Wooldridge with 5 seconds on the play clock. He rolls out, going to keep it himself. He's got a big hole, and he's going to get out about to the original line of scrimmage. Good run by Madden Wooldridge. As he's going to get it back out close to the original line of scrimmage. I think that'll bring up about a 4th and 11. Excuse me, 3rd and 11. Well, that gives them a little bit better chance of getting the first down. That was a good run there by Wooldridge. He rolls out, flips it to Thomas, and he is going to be caught from behind and tackled. Thomas is a good straight-ahead runner with power, but he doesn't have a lot of speed coming out to the outside, and they were able to run him down. And that was a loss of a couple of yards. Ball back at the 30-yard line, so it'll be 4th down and 12. And it looks like the Dons are going to go for it. Late in the game here, you really don't have much to lose. They got to get to the 42-yard line for a first down. Wooldridge drops back to pass. He's under pressure. Turns around and runs right into the defender, and they sack him for about a 15-yard loss, and that's where Gateway will take over on downs. He would have been better off if he'd kept running to that sideline and trying to find somebody, but he tried to reverse field, and he run right into the defender. And with 8:41 to go, they will take over at the 17-yard line of the Dons. That was a 13-yard loss on 4th down. Tylen Moore hands it off, runs to the outside, cuts back into the middle, and getting down around the 10-yard line, and another flag by the referee from behind. And most of the time, unless it's a face or something, it's a hold, and that's what it's going to be, so that'll bring it back. That was about a 7 or 8 yard gain, but that will bring it back. And we'll see if it's from the line of scrimmage. If it was from the line of scrimmage, it'll be a first down and 20. Looks like they're going to move it back to the 27, so that'll be a 10-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage, so it'll be first down and 20. Moore's going to run it himself, cuts back into the middle. Nice move, still on his feet, and he's going to take it all the way to the house. He took that ball to the outside left and cut back into the middle and run right through the middle of the Dons defense there and is able to score it from 27 yards out to make it 32-6. And Nunez will come out to try to kick the extra point. Snap back, ball down, kick up, and it is good. 33-6 in favor of Gateway. They've got all those points here in the second half. We got 8:26 left in the game, and the Dons will get the ball back. And another flag down. I have no, that was way after the play was over. It's going to be against Gateway. So I don't know if they'll move that back 15 yards on the kickoff. If they do, he'll be kicking off from like the 25-yard line. Too much celebrating after the either that or some pushing and shoving, one or the other. I don't know which it was, but they're going to get penalized back to the 25 on the kickoff. Oh, yeah. Nunez will be kicking off from the 25-yard line after the penalty. And Nunez got a good leg, so Wellington and Putman will be around the 20-yard line. Wellington fields it at the 26, out to the 35, and runs into a couple of Jaguars at the 37-yard line. So that's where the Dons will start this offensive possession at their own 37.
And a big hit by number 4, Jeremiah Green, to stop Doniphan.
Again, we want to thank Hayden Young and Gabe Tennyson, our camera crew tonight from Current River Broadcasting.
Ball on the 37-yard line, going to be first.
And we, as I've said before, this is our last game of the season that we'll have here on Current River Broadcasting. But on December the 1st, we will have our first basketball games of the season for you as the River City Classic, the second annual, will get underway over at the high school here at Doniphan. 8 teams coming in for that, including the Donettes, the defending Class 4 state champions. And we got a penalty on the Dons before they even get out of the huddle. My goodness. So they'll start 1st and 15 back at the 32 now. And off up the middle, and nothing there. About back to the line of scrimmage. Clock running with 8:10 to go. That River City Classic will be another good tournament. Last year we had the first one and had some really good teams coming in for that, and also coming in for this one this year. That will be on the 1st, the 4th, and the 6th, I believe. Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. Finals will be on Saturday. All 8 teams are guaranteed 3 games apiece. Pass out in the flat. Wellington is going to get up to about the 36. And it will be 3rd down and 11. The Dons will play at in the Current River Challenge on the Saturday after Thanksgiving. They will play Van Buren, the host school, on the last game on Saturday night up there. And I believe we have a game against the boys. Have a game against Malden on Tuesday after the Current River Challenge starts on Monday, a home game as well. And Wooldridge fumbles the ball, has to fall on it. That's happened about 3 times tonight that the center to quarterback exchange has not been clean. And it'll stay right where the line of scrimmage was. It'll be 4th down and 11. Clock running now with 6:20 to go in the game. 33-6 is our score. Gateway on top. And before the play, we have another flag thrown. And everybody's standing around, the officials included. another delay of game. That's the second one on this drive. Before they even broke the huddle on first down, they got one called on them. Now it'll be 4th and 16 from the 31-yard line. Dons are going to go for it. Like I said the last time they had the ball, not really anything to lose here. And they throw it, and it goes right through the defender's hands and then off the hands of Jacob Putman. And the ball will be turned over on downs to the Jaguars.
Ball is going to turn over on downs. Gateway now controls the ball.
So that River City Classic coming up on December the 1st that week, you can, before that tournament starts, I'm sure Matt will have on the Current River Broadcasting Facebook page who will be playing who and what time. There will be 4 games a night on Monday, Thursday, and 4 on Saturday, probably afternoon. Late afternoon, probably. It's a great way to start the basketball season out for the girls. Hand off, and not much there for Jeremiah Green. Looked like they stopped him right at the line of scrimmage. Second down and 10. Number 5 takes a direct snap and gets about a yard. That is Lamont Robinson.
Number 5, Lamonte Robinson carrying.
He got about a yard. Third down and 9 from the 30-yard line.
They'll bring up third down to Gateway. 3rd and 9.
Hand off again and tackled for a big loss as the Dons gang tackled Jeremiah Green again, and he's going to be tackled back around the 35-yard line. And that's going to bring up a 4th, about 14.
Number 4, Jeremiah Green carrying for Gateway. Tackled by number 76, Dominic Carr.
And it looks like they're going to punt as Nunez will come out. Dons have Putman back, and they kind of pooch punt that one. Ball's going to roll down inside the 10, inside the 5, and that's where the Dons will have to start. And Putman had no chance to go get that one. That was just a great kick by Nunez. And with 3:04 left in the game, the Dons will get another crack at it on offense.
Number 11, Nunez able to get a good punt off. Then place the ball on the 4-yard line. 1st and 10 for Doniphan.
They down that ball at the 4. Dons will have 1st and 10. No high snaps here. And we got another flag before the... They called a penalty on Gateway. Maybe they had too many men on the field. As one of them is going off, but there's another one coming in. There's another one going off. I bet they had 12 men on the field. I think they give the delay of game signal when there's 12 men on the field. So the Dons get 5 yards there. And they try to run it right up the middle again, and there is nothing there. Maybe a couple of yards.
Number 7, John Joyner, running the ball.
Does look like they marked it about the 7. And another offside. Woolridge got him again. I think that's the 5th time tonight that he has got them to jump off sides.
Encroachment called against Gateway.
And that actually gives the Dons a first down.
5-yard penalty.
And I think that's the 3rd time that has given them a first down with the penalty on the offside.
That makes it 1st and 10 for Doniphan.
Clock nearing the 2-minute mark. Wooldridge fades back to pass, and he throws it behind the receiver, Wellington, and it's incomplete.
Pass incomplete.
2nd down and 10. Clock stop with 1:56 to go.
That's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for Doniphan.
So this is our 4th game that we have done here on Current River Broadcasting. We want to thank all the fans who didn't come out to the games that were able to watch at home, and hope that you will join us again next year, and hope that you'll join us all season long for basketball when that rolls around in about a month. Actually, about 5 weeks probably is about what it is. So it won't be long. It'll be here before you know it.
Carrying the ball for Doniphan, number 18, Thomas.
3rd down and 10. There's no gain on that play.
6, Edwards.
We're down to 1:20 to go in the game. Yeah, Madden Wooldridge standing there waiting for a play call from the sideline, and the play clock is down to 5 seconds. And Doniphan's going to have to call a timeout. Either that or they're going to take a penalty. They call a timeout with 54 seconds to go.
Timeout on the field called by Doniphan.
Well, the game started off promising, but second half, Gateway come out and just kind of took control.
Want to remind the fans, our Doniphan Dons.
And I still say that crazy play when the Dons kicked off and they
Will be the start of their
kicked it wasn't really an onside kick, it was kind of a pooch kick.
away game location.
And Gateway fielded the ball at their own 46, and they would have had the ball there, but they called some kind of penalty against the Dons that I have no idea what it was. They give an illegal procedure call on the Dons on the kickoff, so they had to go back and kick off again, and when they did, Rashawn White run it back for a touchdown, and that was the first points of the game for them. And when that happened, flipped like a light switch, and it has been all Gateway since then. 3rd down and 9. Don's out of the huddle, and they hand it off up the middle and getting out to about the 16-yard line. And the Dons, I think, will have to run one more play. No, they don't even have to run a play. The play clock hadn't started, so we'll see if the Dons run a play or not. It's 4th down anyway, but they don't have to run a play. And Madden Wooldridge is over talking to Coach Hampton, so I got a feeling they're just going to let the clock run out here. He's sending Wooldridge back out. And we're down to 12 seconds, and he just now back to the huddle. So we'll see if the Dons want to run one more play. And he's going to have to hurry. 4, 3, 2, and they are going to get it off. And Wooldridge, nope, they're going to say the time run out. Nope, they did run it up the middle. And stopped before he get a first down. And that is the ball game. And Gateway comes back to win it 33-6 after trailing the Dons at halftime 6-0. So the Dons finished the regular season at 4-5. Gateway goes to 9-0. And the seed meeting tomorrow for the district. So be watching on Kurt River Broadcasting on Facebook or on the Doniphan High School Athletics Facebook page to find out who and where the Dons will be playing next week in the district. I want to wish them good luck. And this is our last broadcast, so make sure that you get ready for basketball season in a few weeks. And we'll be back to bring that to you right here on Kurt River Broadcasting. Good night, everybody.